All right, forget everything you think you know about numerology. We're not going to be talking about life purpose or destiny today. No. Instead, we are diving deep into the darker side of it, a forensic breakdown of how these numbers can actually reveal some really toxic, narcissistic, and even predatory behavior patterns. This is the Black Dossier.
You know, this quote from the source material, it just sets our intention perfectly. We are stripping away all that new age fluff. So this isn't about some vague, feel-good spiritual concepts. Not at all. We're examining a framework of manipulation, a system for identifying really harmful behaviors. It's about pattern recognition. It's about self-protection.
And it all kicks off with this one core concept, solipsism. So, what is it? It's the belief that you're the only person who actually exists or matters. To a solipsist, you don't really matter. You're just a character, a side player in their story. And this belief, this is the engine that drives our first category of manipulators.
Okay, so that brings us to our first group, the overt aggressors. We're talking about numbers 1, 5, and 8 here. And their style, it's not subtle at all. It's direct, it's forceful, and it is all about a kind of control that you can really see and feel.
And our prime example of this is Life Path 1, which the dossier labels the tyrant. I mean, the name pretty much says it all, right? Their entire world, their whole reality, is built around their own ego and their own will. And everyone else? Well, you're just there to serve it.
So how do they do it? Well, their tactics reveal a pretty stunning range of control. With friends, they've got this alpha frame. They demand absolute loyalty, but you get none of it back. And if you dare to disagree, you're cut off, exiled. In relationships, forget compromise. It's my way or the highway. Just commands. And a really common one, they use financial control to trap their partners, like a leash to make sure you can't leave.
And this is where it gets really interesting, because you see how the same core narcissism shows up in different ways. The male version is the warlord, all about aggression, shouting, intimidation, just imposing his will. But the female version is the ice queen. She uses coldness, her career success, her reputation, all as weapons to belittle her partner and make them feel small.
Okay, so that kind of loud, in-your-face control is one thing. But what happens when the manipulation is silent? What about the ones you can't really hear coming? The ones who control you with pity or silence, or these unspoken rules you never even agreed to?
Well, that leads us right into our second group, the covert controllers. We're looking at numbers 2, 4, and 6 now. And their power? It doesn't come from shouting. It comes from whispering. They operate through guilt, through passive aggression, and by making you feel completely responsible for their happiness.
And the key archetype here is Life Path 2, known as the parasite. And yeah, it's a chilling name for a reason. Their whole strategy is to make you believe that they are weak, that they're helpless, and in doing so, they create this dependency that just drains you completely.
And their tactics are so insidious. First, there's the guilt trip. They weaponize every single favor they've ever done for you. Then there's the weaponized gossip. They gather all your secrets just to destroy your reputation later. They trap you in this codependent enslavement by acting totally helpless, so you feel too guilty to ever leave. And if you try, they punish you with the silent treatment, just suffocating passive aggression.
Again, the gender dynamic here is just fascinating. The male version is that classic nice guy. You know the one. He uses his so-called sensitivity to lower your guard, but then he secretly resents you for it. The female version? The clingy victim. She uses tears as a tactical weapon to completely evade any accountability and shut down any real conversation.
Okay, that brings us to our third and final core group, the psychological games. We're talking numbers 3, 7, and 9. And their battlefield? It isn't the physical world. It's not even your emotions, really. It's your mind itself. They absolutely thrive on mental and emotional warfare.
And representing this group is Life Path 3, the liar. This archetype is absolutely obsessed with appearance, attention, and validation. You have to think of them as performers, and their greatest performance of all is manipulating your perception of reality. So what are their tactics? Well, there's the fun trap. They use all this charm to excuse just terrible behavior. Then there's triangulation, creating drama between friends just for sport. But their most powerful, most insidious weapon is gaslighting. They will make you question your own reality, making you think you're the one who's going crazy. And again, look how this plays out. The male version is the Peter Pan.
the man-child who refuses to grow up and then blames you for being boring and responsible. The female version is the drama queen. She creates these huge public scenes and uses social media to humiliate you, all because she craves an audience.
All right, we've looked at the overt aggressors, the covert controllers, and the psychological games. So now, let's synthesize all of this. Let's pull back and see the entire spectrum of manipulation as one single cohesive framework. But wait, because the source material points to one final escalation, the master numbers, 11, 22, and 33. And this represents a fourth level. This isn't just about hurting your feelings or messing with your mind. This is described as a form of spiritual manipulation, what the dossier calls soul theft.
So just look at this table. This is the entire system in a nutshell. It lays out the frequencies of harm. You see, this isn't just about a personality type. It's a frequency, a method. The overt numbers, 1, 5, and 8, hurt you aggressively. The covert, 2, 4, and 6, hurt you passively. The psychological, 3, 7, and 9, hurt you mentally and emotionally. And then those master numbers, they hurt you spiritually. Soul theft.
And really, that brings us to the core thesis of this whole thing. Know the number, know the trap. Look, this isn't about just sticking labels on people. It's about understanding the mechanics of the traps they set so that you can recognize them and, more importantly, avoid them.
You know, this isn't just theory. This is a reflection of real-world dynamics that play out every single day. So as you look at this framework, overt, covert, psychological, and spiritual harm, I want you to ask yourself, which frequency have you encountered in your own life?